Have you been having trouble with the force? Might it be because you're trying to farm more, or maybe you're just trying to get a path though for the fourth time? Well, I got some great news for you because I am here today to show you how to beetle super quick to help out of farming your Windgrave Fate, as well as the artifact she dropped, right along with some of the other items you can go ahead and get your hands on for more. But before we get into exactly how to do this, I do want to give a very big thank you to everybody that is supporting over on patreon.com/Maconn, subscribing here on YouTube with that wonderful join button below, and of course coming on over to my live stream that I do every single night starting around 7:30 p.m. Central, playing Wayfinder and many other things over on twitch.tv/Maconn. And a quick little announcement here is of course Patreon have been updated, whole bunch of brand new stuff over there, so if you want to support the channel and get a whole bunch of neat stuff, be sure to click that link in the description. But with that, let's jump into this and let me show you how to beat the force. So to start off here, just a little bit of a tip here. I do recommend of course going into the fight with your highest level character, ideally in your 20s if you're able to, or maybe you're just decent with your character. But the other thing I do recommend outside of that recommendation is you want to go ahead and head into this with a ranged weapon, ideally at part 30, since that will actually help when it comes to the level of the weapons. But once again, not needed, but just wanted to let you know because it will make this fight a lot easier. So to start off, what we're going to go ahead and do here is go to the force, and we're going to keep it on field 1 and not going to put on any extra imbuements here, since at difficult setting 1 will still drop the Windgrave Fate as well as an accessory, and I believe all loot pool, I think it's the same. Let me know in the comment if you know that anything different on higher tier, but from farming on tier 1, everything I need we can pretty much get from more. But nonetheless, we're gonna go ahead and do this, and also I do recommend doing it solo, because if you are doing this in a party, she will have so much more HP, and also the final stage of the fight will also get a little more dead, because it already hacked it, but you get worse the more players you have. So, not saying don't do this in co-op, but, you know, just a small little thing if you're farming. So, let's go ahead, turn off map making, and let's jump into that fight. So, to start off here, be sure to get your checkpoint here, because any of that fight, I'm going to make it very easy for you. Still might have a little bit of downside, and you obviously don't want to run all the way back. So, to start off, she will have a couple attacks here. She have a 3 attack, which is easy enough to avoid by just watching her. You can either run around, or you can just stand still, and you hear a scream, just dodge out of the way. Or other attacks she will have here will of course be the projectile that will break into 3. She would do that twice. So once you have that down, which is simple enough to avoid by just obviously running around, let's go ahead and get into our net part here. So we're just gonna fight her normally up to that point with them 2 tips here. And once we go ahead and get her to our next stage, we will break down exactly how to deal with that. So now she's going to go ahead and start shooting laser. Of course, she will shoot more laser the more people in your party. But it's simple enough to avoid. She will, of course, do this about twice. And honestly, it's probably better to just run around and let that play out. Well, you think you can get some hits in the meantime. But with that, that is pretty much it for that attack. So let's just keep doing some damage to her. So next stage is when you get her weakened up, she will of course jump up an L. You want to head over to the 2 rocks. Ideally, you want to stand right next to the bigger one as close as you can get. And this is a straight up safe spot for you to stand. So you will not get hit. You cannot do damage to her till she hit the ground again. And once you hit the ground, go back doing the damage you were doing before. And after you do some more damage, she will of course go ahead and jump back up in the L. Repeat the last step. Stand here next to that rock. The bigger distance here, she will of course do that twice like last time. But she will also start actually doing some meteors now. So the better advice here is once they start popping up, just dodge, let your stamina rebuild, and of course just try your best to avoid the best that you can. These can get a little more difficult to avoid because they do start coming down pretty quick and pretty close, so you more likely will take damage, but try your best to not. And of course, as you drop down, if you're doing good on health, I do recommend just popping off your health to get you back to full. And as well, of course, guns are going to come into play. Since if you're using guns, she will, of course, be done a little bit at the beginning of the fight because she got to walk over to you. So ideally, what you want to do is go ahead and get fall back as you can. And from here, you will also start noticing she is, of course, doing a few more things. Not only will she do this attack, which she will shoot out balls, just the main gimmick here, just pay attention to where they are and pretty much sidestep them to the side to actually avoid that. And she will keep doing her normal attack right along with that attack right there with the energy wave, and now in more than 3. Since you actually do a couple more, same rules apply. You can just easily walk around that as you see fit. But other than that, pretty much that's it for this stage. So just avoid or big energy attack like you had in the 4th stage, the bigger version of a slash attack, and then of course or like ball attack that will actually shoot I get scratches as well. And now we are in this day it pretty much a little bit RNG. So she will, of course, do this a few times. This is, you're going to have to remember well the floor is, because if you step up, you will fall down. Just know they did patch it, so now if you jump off, you cannot skip this stage. So to try your best to, of course, line yourself up with these if you see an opening. If not, no worry. Try your best to keep your health up as long as you can for that. But once that stage is done, we will go right back to doing what we were doing before with those same 3 attacks. So we're just going to keep on keeping on here and keep attacking as we avoid all the attacks. And once again, trying to keep ourselves to the side of the balls, and that is where the guards will spawn. And now, after we do enough damage, she will go into a second stage of shooting the wall. This one is a little more challenging, because the thing is about that one is she going to be attacking from multiple directions. So the best thing to do is when they start, be sure to find her, because they will always come from whatever way she is facing to start off. Same thing for the 4th stage. And now, of course, she is going to start hitting energy from both directions. And honestly, the best you can kind of do here is just try your best to keep an eye, keep looking around, since they will come from different direction randomly. And also dismount randomly. But if you can make it through that day, that right there is probably the hardest part. And now we get into the crazy part in that not difficult, just that one can get very chaotic. And this is the stage I was talking about, and more people you have, the harder it become, because now you got to avoid all attacks. But she also had meteor as well from the 4th part of the fight. So this is going to be one of the fight, or parts of the fight, where you're just going to have to try your best to avoid as much as possible and try to get your hits in whenever you are able to, since as you can see they get a little much. So just try your best, make sure to keep your health up the best you can, and hopefully not die like I just did. And once you go ahead and defeat her, there you go, she is officially done. That is the final stage that you will have to do, and from here you can go ahead and be done and head on out. So real quick little note, besides of course getting the Windgrave Fates, you can also get your hands on the Radiance as well. And of course you can also get the Harvest Moon Essence for your weapon if you are playing this, or you're just trying to unlock your daggers. So just note, the items will also drop from the boss fight right along with the Windgrave stuff and the artifact. And just like that, it's how you can beat the fort fast, easy, and get all the items you are looking for. As you can see, of course, the final stage is, of course, still challenging nonetheless, but hopefully the safe spot, as well as understanding how the timing works for some more attack, hopefully that will be helpful for you. And if so, make sure to do the thumbs up, because that is a good way to support the channel, because of course engagement is engagement, as well as hitting that wonderful subscribe button below as well. Thank you for everybody that watching, everyone that is supporting, once again, Patreon, YouTube, and Twitch. And of course, with that's gonna go ahead and do it for me for today. I will be back tomorrow with any more helpful tips, guides, gameplay, dreams, and everything in between for Wayfinder. So to then, I will go ahead and see you in the comments.